Yeah, yeah. We're real strong people. Yeah, yeah. We can do anything. Yeah, yeah. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe.
All right, we're here at Place of Kai. My name is D Moss. I am your host. This is One on One with D Moss, and I'm sitting here with Kayla.
Yes,
How are you?
hi, I'm well. I'm Kay. I'm the owner and healer here at Place of Kai. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you, more than welcome. I had the pleasure of getting a massage and
Lingam steam.
Lingam steam. I highly recommend it. I laughed at first, but I love it. So tell everybody one more time who you are. Let's talk about, give some background to Place of Kai. Start like that.
Absolutely. I would like to say my name is Kay. I'm a somatic healer. And all I do as a healer is hold space for people. I open Place of Kai as a place for people to come and be able to just maintain their wellness and stay within themselves. My personal experience with a lot of these holistic services, they helped me at a time in life where I needed some healing in my body, healing in my mind, and healing in my life. So I offer the yoni steaming. I'm certified in steaming. We do a bunch of different herbs we put together that help with the lymphatic system, clean the yoni, as well as the lingam steaming. So that's good for that too. I've also traveled abroad to study nutrition. So I also do some plant-based nutrition things for people as well. So just the more so holistic services and energy healing. Mm-hmm.
So my understanding, you started in film.
Yes.
Talk about that for a minute, because it's like a shift from Hollywood to
Yes.
Douglasville, nice country setting, railroad across the street, the whole nine. Let's talk about that a little.
Absolutely. So my love for film started as a child. My father, he was always into photography, into film production, that type of thing. When I went off to college, I went to Howard University. When I went off to college, I studied graphic design, and that got me to meeting a lot of people in film down that area. So after I graduated, my dad was working at Tyler Perry Studios, and he gave me a tour of the lot and told me about all the different things I could do in the industry. And so that's really geared me towards working in the industry. I was in college. When I first moved here, I worked at Tyler Perry Studios for a few years. I was part of the team that built the new studio. I also did some work on The Watchmen on the producers team, where we actually got an Emmy for that.
Oh, wow.
Primetime Emmy. So yeah, I did a few years in the industry, maybe about 5 years. I worked with a few different local productions, worked with HBO as well. And it was beautiful. It was definitely serving. But I think that when I had my son, it put a lot of things in life in perspective for me. And then Douglasville was the perfect area for me. My family had already lived here for a little while before. The school district was great. Now that I have kids, I have to think about all those things. But really wanting to introduce these type of things also to this community down here. Mm-hmm.
So how these types of things
Yes.
come about. We're doing
Yes.
film, Tyler Perry, awesome series, kudos.
Thank you.
And now you're doing, I say this, and I don't mean that in a small way.
No,
it's a way.
it's just a big change,
Yeah.
a big yes.
Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that transition?
Yeah, I think that for me, I love working in film and television,
Okay.
and it was a beautiful experience. But I think that at some point, I was exhausted, I was burnt out, I didn't have a space or places where I could go and maintain myself. So that's really what I wanted Place of Kai to be for people in any. But I kind of just think I was burnt out, and my grandmother had passed. I was going through a divorce, so I had a lot of transition in life at that time. And so I started going back to nature to heal my body. And then just the chaos of sometimes working in the industry with different type of energies and just deadlines and just all these things were a bit much for me at that time. And I had gotten pregnant, so I had to leave that there. But I still do some things in film. I work with a lot of people that actually come down. They film in Place of Kai. I have a lot of friends that come down here for maintenance. I do a lot of different projects for myself as well. So I'm still somewhat in it, but it's a lot more stress-free for me. But these services are ones that help me to kind of balance myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So life just kind of paved the way for you. It's like, you know what? You need to be over here.
I need to be over here.
When we're young and you're in college, you think you want to do A, B, and C until you get engaged in A, B, and C.
Yes,
and it's just like,
realize it's not.
I enjoy it. No, I don't enjoy it. I make money off of it.
Right.
But it's not my passion. And it's like, it's really key and critical for everybody to be in a space where they can find their passion and make a living off of it.
Absolutely, because it doesn't feel like you're working.
Right.
And so that's one thing I love filming television. I always have a passion for it, but for me, I was just tired. So I still go back here and there. But yeah, just more now. Balance more than anything.
And then you said taking it back to nature. One of the things that nature is one of the things we take for granted. And we just completely forget. We live in a technological world. We forget about nature. My children's mom, she loves to take her shoes and socks off, walk on grass and on shoes because we have to get grounded. We have to get grounded. I get it now, even in terms of the types of food that come from the earth.
Yes.
Huge emphasis on that. So, all nature, these are things we take for granted. So, I'm running my mouth. Let's talk a little bit about nature and its significance, and even in terms of finding people go their whole lives looking for a sense of spirituality.
Absolutely. You know, for me, I started kind of the vegan or more so plant-based lifestyle in high school. If anyone knows my dad was vegan for about maybe 2 years. I had gone off to college, and for my dad to go vegan, this must really be it because he's a meatitarian to the core. And so when I came back from college one year, he told me he was vegan and all these other things. And so he said something to me that has always stuck with me since then, and it's, you know, how can you expect to be alive and electric when you're consuming dead things? And I was like, you know what? You are right.
Say that part one more time.
How can you be living and electric when you're consuming dead things?
Right.
And I think that puts some things in perspective for me because, you know, I'm all about the electric foods. I was alkaline vegan from the teachings of Douglasville for about 2 years. And for that, it helped me to heal my body. I couldn't conceive children in my marriage. So after that relationship dissolved, that's when I started the yoni steaming, my spiritual practices, eating vegan, and all those things helped to heal my body on a very deep level. And after about 6 months of the eating plan, after my first steam, I actually got pregnant with my son. And that's when I became a believer and knowing that what these herbs and what the medicine of the earth can do for us. You know, things that you consume can affect how you think, how you feel, your emotions, and also like the vibrations you take in. So all that's very important, starting from the nutrition, what you're consuming to put in your body, along with the practices that you have. You know, you're using heavily chemical creams and things in your body, so just being aware of the things that you're taking into your body. You know, make sure they're as natural as possible.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I ask all that because it's hard to talk about the spot that you have without people understanding the background.
Yes.
And why it's not as simple as just coming in and getting, you know, doing yoni or getting a massage or going into the salt bath.
Yep.
It's almost like a lifestyle shift.
It is.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, people start to understand that these things are for maintenance. That is what the key is. People think that we are supposed to get these spa services and relaxation services when we're breaking down, and that's not the case. You get them to maintain yourself. And so a lot of the services that we offer here are for mental, physical, and spiritual maintenance, but they also have therapeutic attributes to them. So like the salt cave. Salt cave is great if you have respiratory issues. So sinuses, asthma, you know, bronchitis is also good for the skin, eczema. The yoni steaming is great for cleaning the kidneys and the liver, as well as the yoni and the prostate area is beneficial for that. Oxygen just helps us take in more oxygen. So all of our services, they help you to relax, but they give you the nourishment that you need in other areas.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. So it's not about once you fall apart, it's all about helping keep you together.
Because that's what brought me here. I was at a point working in the film industry where I was exhausted and I was pregnant and it was just like, I can't do this anymore. Right. And I hated being in that space only because it was a true passion I've always had. And I don't want people to get to the breaking point where they completely just shift gears. Instead, figure out a way to balance that because balance is necessary and that's all that it takes. Yep.
And be able to enjoy the transition.
Absolutely, that
Not
too.
just shift.
Yep, transition.
It's like coming back from vacation.
Exactly. Acclimate yourself to the new surroundings.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a question, but I'm like listening and I'm just like, okay. Let's talk about all the services that you're
Yes.
So I'll let you take that.
You go through
piece
each
by
one.
piece.
Absolutely. So we offer yoni steaming. So yoni steaming is a very traditional and ancient way of keeping the body in check, especially for our women, for our womb space. It helps with pH balancing, disinfecting, helps with blood circulation, helps if you have things like fibroid cysts or just for maintenance in general. They are custom-made thrones that we have here in the shop, so they're very comfortable and easy to use. And then we also offer the lingam steaming, and that's for the guys. So that's what you got to try today. So the lingam steaming is wonderful for the prostate, for prostate health, blood circulation, disinfecting, and all these services, along with those physical benefits that you get from it, you also get the energetic benefits. So it helps to decompress you and release energies and past partners that you've had as well. Then we offer a very nice foot detox. We do very natural products using bentonite clay, Epsom salt, coconut milk powder, the roses, Himalayan salt, so it's very nourishing to the skin, and it helps to remove excess metals and other toxins. Then we also have our salt cave, and people love the salt cave. I think it's the aesthetic. The entire floor is lined in a pink Himalayan salt. We mix it with pink tourmaline and selenite, and these just help to open up and expand the heart chakra. Then we have the generator that pumps in the tiny salt particles. So that's what you get the benefits of the respiratory health, because you're breathing in those particles, and it's breaking down your mucus and your congestion. It's also good for the skin. My son, Makai, who this is named after, he's 4. We do salt cave sessions for him, and we've been able to take him off his nebulizer for breathing, as well as his steroid cream for his eczema. So it's beneficial in those areas. Then the oxygen bar, this is probably one of my favorite, because it truly does give you immediate benefits and immediate effects. Usually you're only taking in about 25% oxygen, but this machine filters out all the other gases, and you get about 90 to 98% pure oxygen. And then each one has aromatherapy that enhances the experience for you. But oxygenating your body is great for your brain function, helps with your cell recovery, helps with muscle stiffness, migraines. This machine is also good for hangovers. We've had people come from the lounges and stop in and get some oxygen bar for their hangovers. Douglasville Boxing Club, they love it too because it helps with their muscle recovery. And then we offer massages. We have a wonderful massage healer. She has over 12 years of experience. And then we also offer energy healing. So we do that as well. And then I'm a sex doula. I forgot to mention that. So I also help couples and individuals explore intimacy on an energetic level.
Okay.
Energy healing, yes.
What exactly is it?
So I am trained in a few things. I'm trained in Tantra. I'm also trained in Reiki. And so as a somatic healer, all that I do is I just hold space for you. Hold space for you to be able to reconnect with the divine, with God, and helping you to remove energies that are no longer serving to you, stagnant energy, help with chi activation, chakra alignment. So there's lots that can be done in the energy healing session, mentally, physically, energetically, all of that.
Okay, and that would be Reiki.
Reiki.
Because I hear about that stuff. I hear people talking,
Yeah.
but it's probably safe to say, I can speak for a lot of people, have no idea what
Yes.
it is. You don't know what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. So Reiki, so that's one of the things I am trained in. I consider myself a somatic healer because I do a lot of different healing things. But in my Reiki sessions, as a Reiki master, I am just trained to channel what's called universal life force energy. So it's a living energy that flows in all beings, so plants, humans, animals. It's what keeps us connected to each other and connected to God's energy. So I just hope to move that throughout the body, and it dispels anything that's negative and non-serving. It just puts you in a place of peace and relaxation. A lot of people get physical benefits as well. About 30% of my womb Reiki clients conceive children in the first 3 months.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this whole energy thing, it's really real.
Yes. Everything manifests energetically before it's ever physical, and people don't always understand that. It has to come from somewhere. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's crazy because I've worked in politics. I've done the whole community organizing. We've done it all. And been to a million press conferences and community forums, and people are always talking about what we need to get our families together or to keep our communities together. And it's interesting. There's a couple of things we never talk about. Health. Who won those podiums? We don't talk about the significance of culture.
Right.
We don't talk about spirituality.
Yep.
And we don't talk about, preventative maintenance, which is what you provide.
Absolutely.
Why is that stuff? Tell me why this is important. 'Cause I think it's all tapped in.
It is, and I just think that people just don't spend enough time with themselves. I think after COVID, it really made people spend time with themselves. And I think that's why this whole, wellness sweep is coming through in just the last 5 or 6 years, even more than we've seen it before, is because people are searching. People are wanting to find ways to balance themselves. And I have these conversations with my parents quite often is, my generation, we're not in a space where we want to cope. We want to be healed so that we can move in what we need to do. And my mom's generation is more like, you know what, you suck it up, you gotta keep moving. At the end of the day, it has to get done. So I get that.
60s, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're like, just get up and do it. Just suck it up, keep it moving. You got things to do.
Yeah, but those conversations are happening more often now because we are trying to find ways to better balance. And I find that people now in my parents' age are looking at these things too, because a lot of them are having heart issues. So I just think that not enough people have considered these things in the past, because vibration is everything. The food that you consume is very important. In a lot of our communities, there are not always healthy food options. So that's another way that you're in a docile place, you're moving in certain energies, having these electric foods, access to these things, and it's just more so people just need to start speaking more on it, because we don't always consider that.
Right, and I think the conversations are changing on the local level.
Absolutely.
So it's not coming from leadership, it's not coming from our political leaders, the social leaders, entertainers. It's coming from people having conversations, talking about this. I'm hearing more about some of the things you do here. We're hearing about it up there, and there are folks who are doing Reiki. A good friend of mine I grew up with, he does sound healing.
Nice.
And I go there, I'm like, what is this? Like, I changed your life. He's telling me, I go and I experience it. It's just like, wow, this is amazing.
Because you don't even know you need it until you are in the experience.
Right. And then even the conversations around it helps to shape how you see the world. So when I'm, like your mom, and I'm a 60s baby. So the conversations are shifting, which really kind of helps reframe how you think, how you see the world. Yeah, I just think it's amazing. So I'm grateful for this younger generation. Everybody says they're just good for nothing. I don't know what to do. The reality is, I think you guys are more in tune. I'm hearing more conversations about African spirituality.
Absolutely.
People getting back to nature, people who are doing vertical farming in their basements.
Yes.
They're farming, gardens in the backyard. They're moving back to the south, like, my family did. And it's just like, you know what? Even enjoying the sunshine out here ties in.
Yes.
So I say all that to say, folks, you really have to support Place of Kai. And there's a million reasons why. Number one, it begins with your health. Really. I don't think there's anything more important than your health. There's not enough money in the world that can bring back anybody that I lost who could have still been here had they known about something.
Absolutely. Some of these alternative forms of healing.
Right. You have mentioned a gentleman who was dealing with prostate cancer.
Yes.
And how he kind of moved past it. I have a brother who succumbed to prostate cancer.
Okay.
And it's like, if I can go back in time, I'd be like, hey, man, I know this cool little place down in Douglasville. You might want to. So there are resources in our neighborhoods. I'm sure there are 1,000 people who drive by here, walk by on a regular basis. It looks interesting. What is it? Own these things.
And that's what catches people, the signs on the door.
Okay. When I first moved here, I'm like, no, I came to visit my niece lives on the other side of the tracks. Have a cave inside the building?
Of salt?
Then when I seen it, I'm like, I may need that for myself. So tell me, what else do people need to know, and why should people be here? You already named 50.
Absolutely. I just stress that people find a maintenance that is convenient for them. We do have members that come in every single week to get services. And it's weird for people, when they come in, they always tell me once they're leaving is that they never knew how much they needed it. And it's a time for people to sit within themselves, travel through your body, see what's causing you any dis-ease, any aches, any pains. We provide comfortable spaces for you, so you get aromatherapy nose clips so they can help you to stay present and make sure that you're breathing properly. We have the meditation headphones that just keeps you nice and comfortable. We have wardrobe that we have you dress out in. We really just want this to be a space for people to just kind of reconnect with themselves, do some self-care on their temple, and just be in a place of peace. That's really what we strive for here. And then we also provide different products that we make house-made. A lot of our mushrooms are really taking off. I know that a lot of people are starting to get into mushrooms because there's many benefits of mushrooms for immunity, inflammation, all types of things. So we're also a resource for education on how you can live a more holistic lifestyle.
Okay. Do you do any community workshops on the...
So, what we are working with now is mostly with D-Block and having to introduce more of the different businesses that we have in this area with the community. I do vending events and things like that. I do speak at some panels, but nothing really heavy yet. So we're trying to look at different things for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know we're talking about Place of Kai, but you mentioned D Block.
Yes.
So let's talk about D Block.
So D Block is an organization that a lot of us local business owners kind of put together. We're all within a block radius, and we're in downtown Douglasville. All of us are Black-owned businesses. We're here in the downtown area, just letting people know to come by and shop locally with us.
Okay. Now, if someone wants to get involved and be a part of D Block,
Yes.
even if they're not a business owner, I just think outside of health, the second most important thing for our community is really business development.
Yeah, absolutely.
How can people get involved? I know what we did, the Association of Black Business and Professionals, I told you we were involved in that up there.
Yes.
We had people come and just volunteer because they just wanted to see businesses thrive. All right, how can people get involved?
We are still working on a lot of those things. We're only very new, about less than a month in. So once we get all those things together, I definitely will reach out to you and let you know how people can definitely help us out. But you can always follow us on Instagram at ShopDBlock, so you can see us there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to volunteer my services.
Okay.
If that's cool.
Absolutely.
All right. So we are here with Miss Kayla at Place of Kai. And like I said, what's the address now?
Yes, it's 12333 Veterans Memorial Highway. We're right on the corner of Campbellton and Veterans Memorial.
Okay.
Yep, you can reach us at placeofkai.com. Also, our phone number is 770-485-5199.
And Kai is K-A-I. Okay.
Yep.
Telephone number if they want to call.
Yes, 770-485-5199.
And in terms of affordability, it's definitely affordable.
Thank you. Yes.
So-
Maintenance is key, so we have to be able to afford maintenance.
They have different plans. So I don't want to talk about pricing, but give a call, go to the website, explore the pricing, find a package that's conducive to your budget, and take advantage of the resources. I tell you, there's nothing like it. I haven't had a massage in about 6 months, and the young lady is phenomenal. That's all I'm gonna
Magic
say.
hands, yes.
Absolutely. So it's definitely needed. And with that being said, Kayla, thank you so much for shutting down long enough for me to get this done.
I appreciate
I'm appreciative.
this.
We'll be back, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Daryl. I'm glad you came through and to showcase our wellness spot.
All right. So make sure you go to the website, check it out. The West Georgia Post will be coming out in December. You can read the article there. There will be pictures, video footage of the facility so you can see it before you come. With that being said, thank you so much and much love to you.